Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, talking fishing. If it's facts about fishing that you want to know, then tune in, folks, cause this is the show. We'll show you all the right bait to use, so sit right back, you got nothing to lose. Doesn't really matter if it's trout or carp, flathead, marlin or a gummy shark. Listen to the guys and you can't go wrong. They'll be talking about fishing till the cows come home. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And welcome everyone to Talking Fishing, big show coming your way. As always, I tell you what, another cracker weekend, boys. And I didn't get to go fishing, went to the Grand Prix instead, but glorious conditions, I'm sure, out on the bay. And adds, by the look of catch of the week, a lot of people out in their kayaks just enjoying some beautiful calm conditions.
Yeah, that's right. It's been good to roll on with the calm conditions on the weekends, and a few people took advantage of it because the shop was busy.
Yeah.
Even with the Grand Prix on, Dave. I know there's probably not much of the weekend you can remember, but from all accounts it was pretty good.
Trelly, tonight some exciting news about a record stocking into a major waterway of freshwater fish.
Correct.
But freshwater fishing certainly under the spotlight, isn't it? It is just going magnificently.
Yeah, and very well supported by the government at the moment. So it's just booming at the moment. So it's fishing everywhere well at the moment, but yeah, especially freshwater's going great.
And it's only going to get better. And I tell you what, there's so many things that happen in fishing, but there's some very exciting news coming to licensing. I know it's quite a different subject, but let me introduce Lucy Jones from the Victorian Fisheries Authority Policy and Licensing Department. Welcome, Lucy.
Thanks, Dave. It's good to be here.
You know, fisheries is a complex thing, isn't it? And, you know, from the legalities of fishing to the fun of fishing to looking after the species to southern bluefin tuna being on the World Heritage List or whatever it is, you know. And there's things like licensing, and everyone needs to be licensed. Now, you're going to talk tonight about some real innovative things that are happening in licensing, but you're working in a small team.
Yeah,
Tell us about your role. What do you do?
So I'm just in policy and licensing, so I work with 5 others in the rec space. There's such a variety when you're in that space, so there's a lot of manual work to it as well.
It'd still be the old-fashioned. Do people like tackle shops?
Yes.
And I guess maybe to put it in context, Adam, you and I are both associated with Tackle World Cranbourne, which is the #1 selling licence venue in Victoria. And Trelly, you're right up there with your stores. Is there still shops right in the old paper fishing licence?
Correct, yes.
And then some of your staff have to punch that information, including yourself, punch that information into a database.
Correct, yeah.
Wow.
That's how we get the online system.
Yeah. That's amazing. So
some of the people are just still comfortable to get the licence. Where's my licence?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, even through the shop, they look at us funny and say, well, you're not going to laminate it for me? No, you actually get a real one.
But
it's not laminated.
So, trust me, we are going to talk about changing licensing from the 1970s to where we are today, because there's some really innovative things. But, folks, let's have a look at what's been caught by the people at home. It's time for Catch of the Week.
Catch of the Week, brought to you by Shimano.
I don't think we've ever had a show where we've been sent so many photos of people's first catch. So that's a bit of a sign. That's a bit of a theme tonight. So let's kick it off with the father of Catherine Thornton David Thornton, sent in a photo of his daughter Catherine with a first ever mako shark off the Flinders Bank.
And that's a first we don't see a lot of either. That's unreal.
It's usually something small.
You'd be pretty stoked, wouldn't you, with a mako like that. And very, very tasty and a perfect size to
fish in the water too.
Fill the
and
freezer.
good on Catherine's father for taking her out fishing. Or mother, whichever.
All right, let's keep rocking along with the first. Emma Mackenzie, first ever King George whiting off Newhaven. Now,
that's not a bad one.
There's a story behind this. Let me tell this while we've got the photo of Emma up there. This is Nick. So Nick Blackmore writes in, he goes, "Hi guys, Emma caught these 2 whiting off Newhaven. The larger one was 49 centimetres in fat." How was that?
Nice.
It was Emma's first ever whiting. Cheers from Nick. And I wrote back, "Nick, what's Emma's surname? Is it Blackmore?" You know what he wrote back? Not yet, but maybe soon.
Oh,
there you go.
Her surname is Mackenzie. Well, Emma, We might announce engagement on the. What do you reckon? I reckon there's an engagement coming. Poor old Nick, he's probably sitting at home going, "Oh my God, what did I write?" But Emma, I'll tell you what, just to let you into
To the mother-in-law to be.
let you into the secret. Yeah, the parents are probably watching, like, going, "No way she's
heard
marrying.
about this.
No way she's marrying Nick."
Didn't know she was going fishing.
But anyway, there you go. Another first. Emmy Varga. Have a look at this. First ever gummy shark off the quail
Look
bank,
at that.
boys.
Great photo.
That's
too.
And girls.
Yeah.
Great photo too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That shark
That
head
is
looks
good.
relaxed.
Just, isn't it?
She's going to
Posing
throw me
nicely
back.
for the photo.
Bet you it's got a headache. But anyway, it was the weekend for the kids too, because some perfect conditions to get the kids out. Have a look at this Madison Memory, a lovely salmon from the corals.
Oh, that's
There's a
nice
lot of
too.
salmon around
Big
today.
salmon around, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know, it's so good. Trelly.
Yep. First catch.
No, I'm just going to get your comments off the next one.
Okay.
Alec the kayak. Have a look at this. He got a
kayaker.
52 centimetre.
Yes.
Oh, God.
He got a 52 centimetre flathead near the break wall at
I
Sandringham.
reckon his kayak's the shape of a horse. Spread legs.
I don't know.
He needs
He's
to get a
pretty
new
cool in
kayak
his
or a
photos.
new
Oh, Alec,
kayaking position.
I would have had your number one catch of the week, Alec. Just saying.
Nothing better than a background of your backyard with all the trees and that. Anyway, can I just say, Lucy, I mean, and I don't want to pump up your tyres or the rest of your team, but VFA is just doing an amazing job.
Thank
An
you.
amazing
We
job
are.
in all aspects of what they do. Last spring, at the start of trout season, they released 7 tonne of rainbow trout into the Goulburn River for the opening.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
And people just thought, they'll go belly up. They're ex-brood stock, you know that. Have a look.
Oh, still going.
This, have a look.
Yeah,
Well, if they've survived till now, they're going to be around at trout opening
Oh,
again when the next 7 tonne goes in. So I just got to say, from seriously, in all sincerity, from Jarlapool for the minister all the way down through the whole team, they do a great job. And these fish are still available in the Goulburn River. Have a look at Gary
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Stop.
Constantine.
Yeah, Constantine.
who have I said that right?
Yep.
Constantine.
Yep.
Who owns Eildon Bait and Tackle. Go and have a chat with him.
Yep.
But that is every part of a cracker fishing in New Zealand, isn't it?
I know.
I actually
That's a
think
thumper.
these fish are putting on condition.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
definitely.
obviously in big water flows now, Trelly, because the Goulburn's flowing a bit.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun at the moment. Yeah, that's right.
These fish are putting on condition.
Yeah.
They're in a thriving
Yeah,
environment.
they're not struggling for food.
Now that's Gary's PB, which is pretty big for a guy who owns a tackle shop in Eildon. That's pretty big.
But at the same
statement.
time, it's a pretty big fish to beat again, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
So they're going to be around this opening.
They will.
And they're just, anyway, it's amazing. There's obviously been a release of brown trout broodstock into Eildon Pondage. Some people are really enjoying that. Matt Tormey is one of them. Have a look at a couple of beautiful brown
Couple
trout
of good
there from the
fish there.
pondage.
Nice fish.
Ads, the next one.
Marion Adam Selwick.
Well
We'll
said.
roll with that.
Adam Selwick.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good brown.
That is a lovely
Do you know how you
brown
know it's a good
trout.
brown?
Yeah.
He had to cuddle it for the photo.
Yeah, he did, didn't
Yeah.
he? Look at that. He's
So you
tough.
know it's a good brown.
Marion catches a few nice trout up at Eildon Pondage.
Nice.
And cracking fish. Well done. Because they are a good
Great
looking
condition
fish.
fish too.
Yeah. I mean, Snobs Creek's a pretty healthy place
Yeah,
too, the
that's right,
hatchery.
yeah.
And so the fish aren't released in poor condition. They're in good nick and just absolutely beautiful. Now, it wouldn't be the same
No, without
without fish from
Hillsville.
Lake Tyres.
Yep.
Oh,
Hang on, we're up to that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Lake Tyres. I don't know about that. We only write what people write into us. This is the guy's name. Hornbag from Healesville. Apparently that's his name. Hornbag from Healesville. We've got a lovely 72 centimetre dusky flathead from Lake Tyres. And what a catch that is, eh?
first name Ian.
You reckon so?
You reckon?
Oh, it'd have to be last name, wouldn't it? Couldn't be his first
Oh,
name.
do you know what? He's wearing a Collingwood wind shooter there.
Superstar.
No, he'd be related to Chloe Malloy.
With a
there.
name like that though, it's
Oh,
probably
about
not the only thing
superstar.
brought home from Lake Tyres.
Lucy, do you barrack for anyone in the footy?
Absolutely not.
You're from up north, aren't you?
No.
Aren't you?
Country Victoria.
And you don't
Whereabouts?
barrack for anyone in the footy?
Oh, I used to go for Essendon, but I don't really follow it now.
No.
Yeah, I
neither
wouldn't follow
I'm
it
the
either
same.
if I went for Essendon.
I barrack for Saints and I don't follow it either. The team's actually been striked out. St Kilda Football Club's been striked out injured this year.
Yeah.
Really?
Already. Hasn't even started.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, better get on with it. Getting yelled at in my ear. If you'd like to send in a pic of your catch of the week, this is what you have to do.
If you want to be like me and have your photo on TV, email your fishing pic to info@ifish.com.au. Go Pies!
Yeah, I wanna go fishing.
Can't believe we let Chloe Malloy into the
Go
little
Pies.
closer.
Best decision we've ever made.
Anyways, coming up very shortly, fisheries news, and we're going to talk to Lucy Jones about a digital recreational fishing licence. Straight after this.
Talking fishing.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you've really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wet a line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing.
Every day's a chance to drift away. Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing. See it down and tackle world today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing.
Live from the studios of Channel 31 Melbourne, it's now time for some very fishy news.
Straight into the news, guys. This is massive news, Trelly, for you. Native fish stocking record broken at Lake Eildon. This is the headline. More than 714,000 native fish have been released into Lake Eildon this summer, setting a new stocking record for this iconic Victorian waterway, which is so popular with freshwater anglers. The new record consists of 300,500 golden perch. Imagine the person that's got to count that. Golden perch fingerlings and 413,900 Murray cod, many of which were grown at the Victorian Fisheries Authority's Snobs Creek hatchery that grew record cod numbers this season. This summer's 714,000 stocking record dwarfs the previous best of 583,000 native fish set during the 3-year million Murray cod stocking blitz. So this is massive, boys.
It is, yeah.
A record for Lake Eildon.
And we're seeing the results of some of the previous stockings that we've had, and we're getting metre fish up there on a regular basis now.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is just going to make it one of those super places to go.
It goes on. Those million Murray cod fingerlings are now providing excellent fishing opportunities year-round for Murray cod, including fish in the 55 to 75 slot limit. With the fisheries' reputation growing, the AYC, whatever that stands for, fishing tournament circuit will host an Eildon Cod Classic in October this year, which will attract some of the country's best die-hard native fishers chasing big cod over the magic metre. Although the native fish stocking season at Lake Eildon is done and dusted for the summer, other waters are still receiving fish through March. Prominent lakes and rivers that also got big numbers of native fish this summer include Rocklands, Reservoir, Lake Hume, Goulburn River, Lake Eppalock. The stocking record was funded by recreational fishing licence fees and the Andrews Labor government's $27 million Target 1 Million plan, which aims to get more people fishing more often. If you want to check it out, get on to vfa.vic.gov.au/fish stocking.
One of the biggest parts of that little speech there, Dave, is year round.
Yeah.
Because we have learned massively in the last few years that big cod can be caught in winter.
Lucy, a big one for the women. Last week saw the Women in Recreational Fishing Network turn 1 year.
Oh, nice.
That's 1 year old birthday.
Yeah, that's good.
And we've had a couple of the girls on the show before, and what a great network. Trelly, you've employed 2 people. We'll get to that in a minute.
Correct.
But the Women in Recreational Fishing Network, WRF, celebrated its first birthday by hosting a special angling event on International Women's Day on 8th of March at Carkrook Lake in Melbourne. Minister for Fishing and Boating Jarla Pulford and AFL Women's rising star Chloe Malloy joined dozens of local school kids, angling clubs, angling stakeholders and the media to celebrate WRF's achievements over the past year. I think we've got a couple of photos of that. Attendees at the WRF event heard about the initiative's success over the past 12 months, including creating a dedicated Women in Rec Fishing Facebook group that is steadily growing and providing a peer support network. So important for women to learn about fishing. Appointing Chloe Malloy, the AFL Women's hero and enthusiastic angler, even though she's from Collingwood, as an ambassador to inspire more women to kick goals in the angling world. Establishing a scholarship program to unearth and develop the skills of female fishing leaders, and hearing the positive stories and achievements of the 2018 WRF scholarship participants. Now, also what was announced by the chair of the VFA, Gail Owen. The WRF strategy, there's a new WRF strategy that will encourage even more female participation and leadership opportunities in recreational fishing. It was wonderful to see so many young people, so many young women, at our International Women's Day celebration, and hear how they're making waves in the fishing industry. Our new strategy will will inspire women of all ages to cast a line and deliver the kind of change that will help us move towards greater gender balance on the water. If you want any more info on that one, vfa.vic.gov.au/WRF, WIRF, which stands for Women in Recreational Fishing.
Great.
That's right.
We might get the girls back at some stage.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Talk about 1 year. Some of them have had magnificent growth in their personal lives, including the two girls that you've employed at your stores.
Correct.
Charlie.
We've got Hannah Knox at our Lebanon store, and we've just secured Karen Reese at our Bendigo store. So and they're both stars. They're great.
Yeah. And others have gone on. I know Tiff Newton, inspirational talks at women's leadership groups and things like that.
I must admit, even from a shop level, it's noticeable the amount of women that come in, not just accompanying a partner, they're coming in to buy their own fishing tackle and grab their own bait and go fishing for themselves.
Do you go fishing, Lucy?
Not as often as I'd like to.
Yeah. It's a good sport, though.
It is, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Ovens River Challenge is on, coming up very, very shortly, 6th and 7th of April at Myrtleford. It's a catch and release, measure and release only event, open to anyone with a passion to preserve our inland fisheries. All the details on your screen there. If you want to register, you need to obtain a registration pack. There's a couple of email addresses on the next slide. And if we go to the next slide, you'll be able to see there. Just take note of those. We'll put them up on our social media tomorrow. But if you want to enter it, a great comp. Let's keep moving along. There's a Kids Fishing Day coming up this Sunday, 24th of March. Is that right? I got my dates right? No. Is it the 24th?
Yes.
Yeah, no, we'll be.
It is this Sunday. Yeah, there you go. It's this Sunday. Guest speaker is Adam Ring.
Yes.
Oh, you should know if it's this Sunday.
It's definitely this Sunday.
Put on by the Touring.
I'll be there.
The Touring Angling Club this Sunday, 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. Bring your own fishing rods. Everything else is provided. Sausage sizzle, prizes to be won. It's on South Gippy Highway at Touring. Easy to find.
Great
and
day.
you were down there.
Yes, I was part of this day last year as well. And bring the kids down, get amongst it. It's a great little venue there.
Great
Sawtells Inlet at Touring.
Great club.
Yeah, it'll be a great day.
The biggest fishing comp to ever come to Victoria from a prize money point of view is about to happen very shortly. It's the Go Fish Nagambie event, boys, and some details on the screen now, but the biggest Murray cod that's just been announced will win 80,000 smackaroos.
That's right.
Cash.
That's
massive.
Cash.
Australia's brand new fishing tournament powered by Mercury Marine with $500,000 prize pool. Going to be a massive thing. 3 days fishing the Goulburn, camping, bars, bands, big fish, and trelly.
I was going to say this is so much more than a fishing competition.
We'll pump that as it gets closer.
It's a legit event, this one.
We'll get that one next week. That's the end of fisheries news because there's so much to talk about. So, Lucy.
Go. I'm ready.
You came to me a little while ago.
Yep.
To just talk about an initiative that actually blew me away. And I've gone, wow, technology. Yes, we have Jarla's List and we have a whole lot of things like free boat ramps and, record stocking and all that sort of stuff. But behind the scenes, the rest of fisheries doesn't just stop and go, oh, we're only going to deliver it on commitments. You're working on some pretty innovative stuff. So I'll just ask you direct, what is a digital recreational fishing licence?
It's basically exactly that, Dave. So it's just a digital version of your licence that could potentially, take place of what we have now, plastic or paper or your laminated version. So,
so tonight I saw Trelly. You paid for your meal by tapping your phone.
That's right. Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Is that a digital credit card?
So you'll only have it on your
correct. So that's correct. So you'll only have it on your device.
Yeah. Now early stages. We're not announcing that it's coming
Absolutely
in.
not.
This is
Working
early stages.
So this is purely planning. And we just want to test.
So how would you buy a digital fishing licence?
So you would basically download the app that would be available, and you can
when it comes.
When it comes, and you can purchase it via the app, and then it'll be stored on your device. So
in the cloud.
Is that what they call
You
a
don't know what
wallet?
that is.
Stored in the cloud. My kids tell me
What
about the
if it
cloud.
rains?
No,
So
is,
Dad,
is
you
it,
live in the
I've
clouds.
got a thing on my thing that's quite empty, right? In fact, it's dead empty. It's called a wallet on the phone.
Correct.
Oh, I thought it was a
And
battery.
every now and then you say, oh, do you want to put this in your wallet? I go, no way. But they're talking about the wallet on my phone. Is that right?
Yeah, correct.
So a digital license would sit on your
I'm not sure if it would sit exactly in the wallet that you're speaking about, or if it'll actually just be in the app.
In the app.
Not
in the
100%
app.
sure.
Yeah.
So what happens if, because we're fishers,
Yeah.
we lose the phone
Yep.
or the device that it's stored on because we get a bit excited when we catch a good fish and
Yep.
pull the phone out and over it
Of
goes.
course.
How's that going to be an issue?
So generally what you have, I think, with your phones is you have an account, like an Android account or an iTunes account. So whenever you sign into another device, you would then be able to download your apps, and it's stored
get all that
on
stuff
the
back.
app.
You can't lose
as
it.
such. So no, you can't lose it. No.
Okay, that's
Great.
You could always tattoo it on your chest like everything else.
No room left, mate.
Can I just
What
ask?
happens when it runs out?
Change the number.
So I'm trying to get my head around this. A digital license, no more plastic card.
You'll have to bear with David. He's pretty young.
Yeah, no, this is taking it to a new level. So you just, your license would sit on your phone.
Yeah, looking into the future, you would eventually, I guess, aim to phase out your cards. They can be quite a big cost. I think it costs around $1.20 to produce one of those cards at the moment. We issue well over 200,000 of them a year.
That adds up.
Yeah, definitely.
When you think about it in cash terms, that's huge money that you could be redirecting elsewhere.
Yeah. So that's data stored. Now, a fisheries wildlife officer or VFA officer comes up and he says, "Right, Dave, what's your name?" David Cramer goes, it tells you his information. How do they know that the information, that they've got a device like
so basically the authorities would then be partnered with a device that would pick up the licence within a certain proximity.
No.
Yeah.
So
What,
That's
via,
that's insane. That's even
what,
more.
via Bluetooth or something?
Yeah, correct.
No
so
way.
In the cases when you are
scary.
fishing for kingfish in that rip,
the rip?
that's quite dangerous, the authorities don't necessarily need to intercept to check if
What they'd be able to
But ping you.
on their machine, they would be able to see your machine and go, "You've got a
license.
fishing license."
Correct.
No way.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
big
cool.
time.
It's
I
really
like that
exciting.
one. I like that one. That's big
We've
time.
got so much to
really
explore
exciting.
about all this. I tell you what.
it's a bit scary.
Got to go to a break. Back with product of the week. We're going to explore what the hell scares me. Digital
looking
fishing
at?
license. Anyway, coming up next, product of the week, then more digital fishing license. Next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
Good morning, spotters. Stephanie speaking.
Product of the week, brought to you by Tackle World.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And welcome back to Talking Fishing. We're joined by Lucy Jones from the Victorian Fisheries Authority, talking digital fishing licenses. Much to explore about that, but before we do, ads, product of the week.
Product of the week. Now, not necessarily a brand new product, but one that's making waves within the recreational fishing industry, because every now and then you come across a couple of gems that just seem to catch fish. So we've got the Jackson Bottom Magic and the Muscle Shot, two completely different lures for different applications, but like I said, they are taking not just the state, but the country by storm. I'm going to start with the Bottom Magic because it's a little estuary lure. I'm going to get that out of the way. This was the original that we've seen for a little while. I know it's hard to sort of see. It's quite a small lure, and it comes rigged with two very light gauge single hooks. Now this was originally designed for the Japanese trout market.
Terrible background. That shirt of yours.
What do you mean?
Hey, you look like Kermit the Frog
What do you
tonight.
mean?
Hey, I was going to mention that earlier on.
Best shirt I own.
Anyway, great Delta Green lure up against
We
the green
have not only found these to be very successful on trout, as they were designed, but in our estuaries for things like brim and perch they've been fantastic. The only thing I would recommend, if you're going to use them in the salt water, change the single hooks. They are extremely light gauge.
Yep.
I'd change them over to a treble.
Yeah.
Just because it makes, especially with some of these saltwater fish that pull a bit of string.
And check it before you use it, because we could upset the action.
Yeah, it's generally not too bad because they're a weighted sinking lure anyway, so they're designed to be, I guess,
pretty weighty,
sunk down to the bottom, and quite erratic action. Best way to get these going. We've seen 2 brand new sizes, so this really does appeal to our saltwater market. Now they've gone away from the light gauge singles for this and gone to a saltwater ready double hook. Now, depending on what you're going to use these for things like flathead, which they've been exceptional on, you can leave those doubles on. If you're going to use them for things like pinkies and maybe even the snapper, I would leave the double hook on the front, but I would replace the back with a treble. Or an assist hook, or a single assist.
I think sounds great.
So, that's the bottom magic. This is for our blue water anglers. This has been the story of the last couple of seasons. The weighted stick minnow is just completely dominating the blue water circuit on things like kingfish and bluefin tuna. In places like Portland, Warrnambool, Port Fairy, especially in the summer when the fish are in close and are quite finicky.
It's a blue bait or a sardine, isn't it?
It is. The finish on them is phenomenal, and they are so heavy you can sit well back from the school and put in a nice long cast. You know what it's like with bluefin. You get too close and they're gone. It's just that simple. So you can a long way back, nice long sweeps of the rod tip to get them dancing, and they will flutter on the drop.
So what was the weight again?
Heavy.
Heavy.
Yeah. So these are 115 mil
like
long.
Them heavy. No, they do. I know with the stores, they come out, they've got to have it heavy.
Because it's about getting that lure away from the boat. You get too close, the fish are gone. So that's the mussel shot. Great in the surf on salmon and tailor. Great in the blue water for bluefin and kingfish.
What was that one called again?
That's a mussel shot. Now, I'm going to go out something I'm going to muck around with. I reckon you drop them to the bottom for snapper. That's going to get eaten. We've had a massive, massive bloom of pilchards in the bay the last 2 snapper seasons. Some theory the snapper have been hard to catch because there is so much bait. That looks like a pilchard. You will not get anything more realistic than that. So that's the bottom magic and the mussel shot. They are in store and ready to go.
There you go.
And they are making waves throughout both the estuary and the blue water scene.
I would even take that if I was travelling around Australia. I would even make sure I got one of those in my box because off rocks and things, bits and pieces.
In Western Australia is where these first got put on the map. They have a massive market for big tailor off the wharves and rocks, and that is the lure that gets it done.
There you go. All right, let's continue our discussion. Thanks, Eds, on digital licences. So, Lucy, you were just saying that in, say, the RIP, if people have a digital licence on their mobile phone embedded somewhere in there, a fisheries officer will come up with his device if this all goes ahead. And he'll be able to go, there's 5 blokes on board and I'm picking up 5 recreational fishing licences. So no need to board the boat.
Absolutely
unless
not.
I want to check catch, obviously. But,
correct. And if they have any, queries regarding authenticity and stuff like that, they can obviously also go closer and just seek to inspect the actual digital version because it's they'll still have that. That's
pretty amazing. You're going to start a trial soon. And I'm sure these guys would be happy for us to mention, but Matt Seeney from Real Time Fishing Charters and Sean Ferdier from Think Big Charters, you're going to start a trial soon to see how this technology works, aren't you?
That's correct, yeah. The guys have been great and put their hand up to, participate in trials, some of this, just so we can get a real feel for how it works out in the field. Obviously, before you ever make any decisions, you really want to be able to have a really good test run and see what works, see what the pros and cons are, what could be, some challenges you've faced.
I think you're picking 2 guys that are, they're always busy, they're reputable guys, and so that's a good thing. So what will those guys do? They'll get their customers to buy it or have some sort of a digital licence on their phones?
Correct. Yeah, and then we'll get some...
I hope you don't mind doing the trial at 2 in the morning with Sean on the gummy sharks, because he is a bit of an expert at the night gummy sharks.
Gummy shark ate my phone.
I think it's important to understand with this too. We mentioned, and we're being funny about it before the break, that it's scary.
Yeah.
The technology.
Don't get me wrong.
I couldn't do what you did tonight, Charlie. Pay for your meal with your phone, like you got a digital credit card or something in your phone.
But the first thing you think when someone says we can check what is on your phone without approaching you, not being there.
Yeah, that's scary.
The authority.
This is not something that has been designed to spy on you.
Yeah,
it's to do with everything. There's safety.
Yeah, correct.
There's money, there's all of these things in there are designed to make it a lot easier to fish and have a licence on you.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is a lot of people don't know how to get a licence. Yeah. To walk into a store and buy one is now, to be honest, as difficult as it's ever been.
Right.
Correct, we get a lot of people, and you mentioned, Dave, we sell more licences than anyone. We still get customers walking saying, "Oh, you do licences here."
Yeah.
It's not something that every tackle store does.
No.
So this just makes life a little bit easier.
Do you still write them out down your store?
No, we're on an online online database.
New portal.
Which is working brilliantly well, and we feel a little bit more professional doing it. I'm just laminating a bit of paper.
Well, the beauty is, and you had a fair bit to do with that rollout, Lucy, through Services Victoria, which is who you're partnering to do all this work. They're doing a great job and being, I guess, very innovative. I mean, I know there was a story going around about 2 weeks ago about Services Victoria taking over car registration, car licensing one time, but how good is it that fishing's at the forefront of Services Victoria doing this sort of stuff?
And it is the way everything's going.
Well,
absolutely, it is.
You either get ahead or you just get left behind. It's that simple.
Well, from March 25, I think shooters' licences are going to go online too.
That's correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
okay.
Something else.
Lucy, a question I got, the benefits. Now, you talked about earlier on about the cost of a plastic licence.
Yeah, correct.
So some of the benefits will be cost, won't they?
Yeah, some huge benefits will be cost. Not only just the plastic cards. I mean, you've got to think about the contract, the cost of the contract that we were paying for prior to Services Vic. So I think that was, up around 80k per annum type thing. So, and then you've also got reminder notices that we were previously, or still are at the moment, issuing paper versions.
Yeah.
And those sorts of things.
So if you had a digital licence, you would get a reminder on your phone to say your fishing licence is about to expire.
Yeah. Correct. So you would be able to then do effectively a 2-click renewal type thing.
Yeah. There's a VFA boat bearing down on you.
Yeah,
renew.
There's so many elements.
But do you know what I mean? So many people, their address changes or things like that. So if you had a digital, and you're getting, you get a message about everything else, don't you?
Yeah.
Imagine a renewal on your phone.
Well, I don't know if it's going that way, but you move house 6 months into your 1-year licence, update your app.
Correct. Yeah. Well, some of the other states have already got that.
So you can update your details just like that on an app.
I think New South Wales has that at the moment. You can actually check your licence expiry, update your details.
Yeah.
There was a couple of other things that you could do as well. So yeah, it's a really great holistic approach to
kind of starting.
Dave updated his details on his phone on Sunday night, actually.
So I ran out of battery. All right, on that note, we're going to take a break. Coming up next, Kramer's mailbag. There's plenty of that too, I can tell you. And we're going to talk more, because there's more to talk about on digital recreational fishing licences. Next, with Lucy Jones from the VFA.
Talking fishing.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you've really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wear the line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing. Every day's a chance to drift away.
Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing. See it down and tackle world today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing.
That salmon would be getting pretty rank nowadays.
Well, you want to see the post office box. They're meant to fumigate it. But anyway, lots of mail. Let's get into it. Dale Wood is a pretty passionate person, and Dale writes, I've lived in Rawson for almost 30 years and I love being so far away from Warrigal, Druin and out of the Bor Shire, because it doesn't appeal to me. The only time you see anyone from there is when the bushfire threatens us. Our beautiful lake in the middle of town is once again almost dry. Even now I know there is a valve that Melbourne Water used to replenish the water supply when the lake got low 6 years ago. Vic Fish stocked our lake with silver perch. It was fantastic for the kids up here who like fishing. Today all the fish stock from the last 6 years are starting to die. The lake already smells, but will only get worse. I'm sure if this lake was in the middle of Warrigal or Druin, this would not happen. My kids are shattered that all those big fish are dead or dying, and it will take them years to replenish. From Dale. So I think we need to get on Dale's case, and I think there's a photo of some of the beautiful silver perch that were once in there, and you know, it's probably something that maybe the Water Minister, Lisa Neville, needs to deal with, help us out with, or certainly Travis if he can help, because Travis seems to be able to get anything done. So we'll take that up on your behalf, Dale, and see if we can get the Rawson Lake refilled with water so we can get those fish going again.
Yeah, it is.
I know water's hard.
Water's hard.
But if there is a tap,
yeah, I know,
and it's only a small lake, I mean, seriously, Charlie.
Yep.
And look, we are trying to get Lisa Neville on the show. She's not available for a few weeks, but if we can get it, there is a lot of good news about water. A bit announced today, desalination plant stuff. We need to probably get Lisa on the show. She's a trooper. She's a great water minister, and we'll get her on the show in a couple of weeks. But anyway, we're on your case, Dale, and we're going to try and help you out. Next one, local government buck passing at its best, and the environmental vandalism gone mad. Whilst this is from Michael Martinewick. Michael writes, while fishing the Stevenson's River between Buxton and Marysville, I came across a disturbing sight which is pictured coming up soon. We'll have that on soon. Because of the lack of rain this year, the Stevenson River is very low. Here's a picture. So a landowner has dammed up the river with a humongous log just so they can put the hose to the pump house in it. A far better option would be to dig a hole in the river without upsetting the environment. I alerted Murrindindi Shire to this issue and wish to be kept in the loop. Nothing. I tracked down who they passed it on to, being Delp. I asked them to keep me in the loop, and after 4 weeks, nothing. I've informed them that it has now been passed to the CMA, the Catchment Management Authority. I'm waiting, but will not be holding my breath. 9 weeks of trying my best, and the outcome is still nothing. The Stevenson River is a self-sustaining fishery, and with this man-made barrier, it will completely stop the upstream spawning for this year's trout run, thus impacting the future. Can anything be done to make someone get off their bottom, and it doesn't say bottom on here, and be responsible? Well, is that allowed, Trelly? To dam a river with a log?
Only if you're a beaver, I think. But yeah,
All right, Michael, we will send your photo and your thing. All right, let's keep going. This is from Alan. Now, this is a good story. G'day, David, Adam, and Trelly. It's working, boys. That's all he says. This is why. As an avid... Now, last week, Trelly, you made a comment. You don't want people going to the VFA Kids Fishing Days.
Oh, yes.
Just to grab their free rod.
They do.
And pee off, you said.
That's right.
You actually said
Jump in the car and go.
Alan,
no kids to be seen.
No. Alan says, as an avid fisherman, I took my 4-year-old grandson Orlando to the Trout Opening Festival in Eildon last year, where he won a fishing rod and reel. He didn't have to win it, he just got it. Whilst there, Stephen Vidler gave him a bucket of trout to release into the pondage, and now Orlando is hooked on fishing. Since then, he has learnt to cast on my back lawn, and he always asks to go fishing. This, along with the state government's excellent pro-fishing programs and abolishing boat ramps, triggered a massive event in our family. We had to go and buy a new boat, motor, trailer. We bought new snapper and whiting rods, and finally we took Orlando out into Western Port and he caught his first ever fish on the rod that he got from Eildon. He went on to catch many more, and so many, in fact, that it nearly turned him off fishing because his arm got so tired. So, Trelly, we didn't just go and get our rod and nick off. Excellent. We have subsequently pumped over $50,000 into the boating and fishing economy so our next generation can enjoy this great pastime. What a great...
That's awesome.
Well done.
It's almost pro.
All right, getting the wind up here. I'll leave that one till next week. Hi David, Adam, Charlie was watching a show and heard you say that Nagambie comp had a carp section. Just wanted to let you know, and the punters that may catch carp, to know that they have 2 large spikes. Did you know that?
Carp do?
Well, it says here one is the first spike on the dorsal fin, the second is on the anal fin.
Yes.
Okay.
They have spikes.
Yeah, they get
there you go. So he's just saying be careful. Thanks for that. Just a little update too. Last week I know it was on Fisheries News, we talked about the fishing number plates, boys. Yep. And the word I got back from the department was that they weren't sure about boat trailers. So I wrote to them Wednesday morning after the show, last Tuesday night, I wrote to them. And I said, just like to follow up by why the fishing plates are not available for boat trailers. Surely boat trailer plates should be ready to go when the new fishing plates are released. If you can get back to me by next Monday with a rough timeline, please. I just wrote to the person that was on the bottom of the media release. You know what I got back?
Don't know.
Nothing.
Still waiting.
Yeah, no, still waiting. So we start a Jarlers list.
I don't know whether that sort of... Yeah, well, I don't know if that sort of qualifies for the Jarlers list.
Why?
I think we should introduce a new little segment for this sort of paraphernalia.
I'm interested. I'm listening.
And we've got one right here.
Oh, I need to put this somewhere because we need some...
It's the...
What's that?
Too hard basket.
All right, Charlie, you've been doing your own work here. All right, can I pass that along?
It's empty.
First piece.
First bit of information going into the... This is a drum roll occasion here. The Too Hard basket.
The Too Hard basket.
Number plates on boat trailers is in the Too Hard basket.
I really hope we don't have to put too much in it.
Do we have to present this to the Premier?
With the Too Hard basket?
Yeah.
Well, whoever's the sponsor.
You'll get the sack tomorrow, Lucy. You're not allowed to say that. There you go. If you'd like to write into Kramer's Mailbag, this is what you do.
Send your mail to Kramer's Mailbag, PO Box 734, Patterson Lakes, Victoria 3197, or email kramer@ifish.com.au.
Trelly, you're going to get us into trouble. The Too Hard basket.
It's the two. Which minister's this one?
Well, I don't know. It's got something to do with roads. I might rename the department. Might be renaming the Department of Do Nothing very shortly, I can tell you. Not sure how long we've got to go, but I want to talk a bit more about digital licences, but I think we've got to go to a break. We'll be back with hotspots, and we'll try and have a little bit more time on digital licensing next on Talking Fishing.
Talking Fishing.
G'day, Callan here from Paul Worslam's Tackle World Cranbourne. Supercharged batteries have been supplying maintenance-free marine batteries since 2001. The Seamaster Gold range is second to none, delivering superior starting power and reserve capacity. No need to top up with water, truly a fit and forget battery. With up to 2 years replacement warranty, you know you have quality. Your battery is your lifeline. Without it, you're dead in the water because it's bloody hard to push start. I've got a Seamaster battery in my boat. Make yours a Seamaster Gold today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And now the segment you've all been waiting for.
Hotspots, brought to you by Seamaster Batteries.
All right, we're going to race through the hotspots because we've got a lot to talk about. Kick it off over in the Geelong area.
Yep.
In the beautiful area that's net-free.
Net-free.
Now, Trelly, is the Alcoa Spoil Grounds. And I'll tell you what, there's some beautiful snapper being caught right now.
There's some excellent fish being caught, pinkies, but some bigger fish being caught over there
Up
too.
to 5 kilos
in
some sessions. So
exactly, yeah.
It's
best
pretty
fishing
good.
all year, though, Tom. Best fish, snapper fishing all year.
Yeah, it tends to happen when that water temperature starts to just drop a little bit. So over your side as well, Indented Head fishing very, very well for King George Whiting at the moment.
That's right. Yeah, you've seen some of the sort of sizes there earlier.
I know your fishing report had fish over 40 centimetres this week,
right.
so
yeah, great.
Pretty good. Let's
really
keep moving over in Western Port, Sandy Point,
Another
another place.
Sandy Point.
Some very good sized King George Whiting coming from there. For the land-based anglers, head down to Flinders Pier. Water's starting to cool. Big ones are in again. Some fantastic calamari around the Flinders Pier. Trelly, tell us about the next one. We're going inland now. If you want to go to Murray Cod, I know you catch a Murray Cod. I know you sent your kids there during the week.
Yep.
The Broken Creek.
That's it, yeah. The Broken Creek now, not to be mixed up with the Broken River, but the Broken Creek around the Tho has been fishing very well.
Is it more like a billabong or is it a flowing creek?
It is. If anyone knows the sort of billabongs in the middle of New South Wales, that type of area, it's like that. It's like that. It's a lovely place. Lots of access to.
Yeah, bit of broken stuff around your way, Trelly. You might want to get onto that.
Yeah, bits broken in Shepparton, I can tell you. And lucky last, the bass are on fire at Blue Rock.
Top water.
Yep.
Get them
absolutely. Great fishing at Blue Rock at the moment. So that's all good. All right, there's hotspots. Sorry we had to rush through that because we've got a lot to talk about. Lucy, if digital licensing came in, and there are some folk who just can't cope with that technology.
David Kramer.
Can you still get a card? Will you still be able to get a card?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
For the moment anyway, obviously...
In 20 years' time might be different.
Correct. We're always going to be considering cardless options.
We've got a Australian card.
But look, for the moment, we definitely want to cater for everybody's needs if possible, and cards is still very much part of fishing and your licensing. So
one of the things that I see as an advantage in this whole digital licensing, and something that I guess quite a few of us have lobbied the government for a long time, is at the moment you buy a licence and that licence expires and you have to buy a new one. Every other licence you own, I think, you renew it. You don't.
Is that the same with your hunting licence?
Correct, yeah.
You don't get rid of it and buy a new one. You renew it. And
that's right.
I just think this is an opportunity. Yes, get it up and running, but I just think it's an opportunity to provide people with a licence that continues forever. And one of the things I have suggested to Travis is that maybe in this new technology, and people just want a bit of a memento in their wallet, why don't we look back and go, okay, when did Adam Ring first hold a licence? And why don't we produce you a hard copy licence, a once-off saying licence holder since 1963?
Okay.
Although you weren't born then.
No.
But it's true. And Lucy, I tested that with you the other day. You were able to tell me when I first bought a licence.
Yeah.
Which was a bloody long time ago.
Yeah, it was. It was quite a long time, wasn't it?
You think I'm old now, don't you? Anyway.
Slightly.
But, so that's the sort of thing that if I went to a, don't get me started, I act 30. But, if I had a digital licence, but I wanted to carry something, I just think maybe a once-off offer to say, hey, licence holder since would be a nice little token. The other thing is, I've always said kids and pensioners should have a licence, even if it was for free. Well, that came at a cost, didn't it? I mean, you guys are punching in data, producing a plastic card, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Is a digital licence, like from a cost point of view, is it going to be insignificant?
It's going to be huge. Like, it's just...
As in huge, small, isn't it? Small cost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like...
produce the app and maintenance and...
Absolutely. Like, it's just so much easier.
So is there and I don't want you to answer this, but is it a possibility that a kid could have a fishing licence that he got for free, and all of a sudden you start to count the numbers of people that truly go fishing?
Well,
you go.
Well, could you have, in that case, multiple licences per device, if that makes sense? So say I took my 2 girls fishing. Could I have my primary licence, which would be mine, but under my account, could I have one for each of my kids and potentially my wife? Like, I guess there's
Adam,
so
in a few
many
years' time, they're going to start, kids of 3 years of age are going to have phones.
Yeah, it's scary.
Good point for someone with a silly green shirt on. What about linking them to, say, a shooter's licence, or like a car licence? You got a motorbike licence, which is just an extra letter. So then you've got your shooter's licence and you've got the same number or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have a F for fishing licence.
Or how long before our car licence is going to go digital?
Yeah. Once they work out works for fishing.
Sorted out for them.
That's right. Look, that's something that we're always going to try and consider and work in. We always want to make sure that it's going to be able to evolve and grow as time goes on. Of course, renewing a number more so is going to be much better than a brand new number every time.
Because that creates work, doesn't it?
Well, even from a data perspective, you can have multiple records for the same person and those sorts of things. So it's definitely in the forefront of our mind. Yeah.
All right, some good work, good innovative work going on.
Put that in the easy basket.
That should finish.
How long have we got left? We got time for a question without notice?
Yeah, go on.
Where do you see licences going? You're at the forefront of this. You're I guess, helping it, part of a team, leading a team, building this. Where do you see licenses going? I mean, obviously there's potential everywhere.
Yeah, I just think now that I have a cardless cash, so I can process a transaction under $100 with the tap of a phone. So bearing that in mind, I think that digital is just going to be such a massive part of our lives. And as long as we move forward in the right way, everybody can learn and cope with the changes. But yeah, considering that, you can pay for something with
that's right.
That's actually, you said that to me when we spoke about it. You were like, I actually quite like my card. You still want to be able to give people cards if that's what they want. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a massive expense to be able to still have that, but yeah, for the people who can go without them or can move in a digital manner, then of course.
A minute to go, guys. Just want to really give it a plug. The new recreational fishing guide is out now.
One of the few free things in life.
Yeah, a lot of
Get amongst it.
A lot of people have been asking about it, and it's bigger, it's thicker, it's glossy. How's this? I thought we had a copyright on this. I don't know if we had a close shot at all, but maybe Louis over there can get a close shot. But they've actually, have I angled it right?
Not
that way?
Towards it.
They've actually got a checklist in there. I thought we had a copyright on Jarla's list.
Phase 1, Phase 2.
Yeah.
Delivered.
We got a copyright on that, haven't we?
Yeah, well, I thought so.
Do you reckon
copied our list into
Do
the
you reckon in the 2020 version they'll have a copy of the Too Hard Basket?
No, I don't. That's it for Talking Fishing. Hope you enjoyed the show. Lucy, thanks for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having
Brilliant
me on.
information. Scary for some, but great for others, and we're just moving forward with the world, aren't we? So really appreciate it. Great weather to come this week. I think it's still late 20s, early 30s in weather. So get out and enjoy it while it lasts, because it's going to start getting cold. Daylight saving's going to end. You only got a couple of weeks to enjoy it. So until we see you again next Tuesday on Talking Fishing, please stay safe on the water and enjoy your fishing.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. We got all you need, just take a look. Watch those fish jump on your hook. So just relax and take your time. Enjoy the show, then drop us a line. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing.